You motherfucker.
It's like a memorial. This is what's left of them. I have a lot of emotions. I feel sad. I feel scared. I feel angry. I actually thought you have so much budget. You're such a popular show. Why don't you do a little bit of research next time? Don't write. So cute, the avocado. Hunterman was posting your video. See what you say. It's not really very, what he says. I do agree with him with a lot of things, although, honestly, yeah, that's how it is. Okay, let me know your thoughts down below, everyone, on this video, and really help you enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel for others. But in any case, if you haven't seen it already,
Coconut milk doesn't do that. That's totally fine. A lot of canned processed milk have been homogenized to stabilize them. It's totally fine to follow along and I'll tell you what to do. So I just did some green curry paste. Now I'm not making green curry paste from scratch because that requires using green Thai chilies, which I can't find at this point.
Green curry paste, just so you know, is made in the acetylene, but it typically has shrimp paste in it, as well as being comfortable with it. And then Americano, and actually cilantro. It's not the stems, not the green part of it. It's cilantro. So we're finding that down along with a lot of green chilies. That's where a lot of the green color for green curry comes from. Just that way.
So my coconut milk has been used until it's pretty thick. There's not very much left. And you don't kind of like to see on camera, but the edges you can see that the coconut is starting to separate. If yours doesn't, don't worry about it. Just reduce it to thick and proceed with the recipe.
She's purposely breaking the emulsion. That's a quality that's very common in Eastern cooking. But that's why I was trying to explain Western style.
So at this point, I'm going to add in my curry paste. This recipe is spicy. So if you don't want to make it super, super spicy, you're going to want to use less of the curry paste.
Yeah, curry paste is pretty simple. The curry paste is predominantly green chilies.
Can you see that?
Okay, you see now how the fat is separated from the mass? That, again, that's a quality that's desired in a lot of Asian cooking, specifically Chinese food. So you ever notice when you have something sauteed,
and if you don't, make people like careful and stabilized.
the flavor wouldn't have as much of that guanyin.
Okay, so you want the flavor from the seared fat.
Yes, more or less. The more the fat searing whatever's in there, right? Whatever's in that chili paste. Or,
And hand in hand, it sears the paste.
yeah, so you ever noticed in a lot of Chinese food how, for lack of a better term, how greasy the food looks? Well, that's a byproduct of cooking like this. But you ever notice so many Chinese foods are thickened with cornstarch? So that's almost an effort to smooth it out at the very end. Does that make sense?
And then you're going to add, at this point, your chicken. Now, if you're using chicken breast, the process will be a little different. You will not add the chicken right now, you'll add it at the end because you don't want to overcook chicken breast and chicken thigh. We're actually going to let it simmer and braise. So I'll include how to use chicken breast.
Chicken thigh is a lot more tolerant.
Once it's all mixed up,
I can smell this right now, like when my wife makes Malaysian style curry or something, the intense flavors of what you're cooking and you're breaking, and then you add in the protein at this point, just like
Never mistakenly drop the ground pepper in a hot pan.
yeah.
It's like mustard gas.
Yeah, it is. It's like tear gas.
So chicken stock. Now this is the difference. Last time I used water, but we now know that chicken stock will add so much more flavor and body and richness that
Water is the enemy of flavor.
But I have to remind people, oftentimes water utilized in Asian cookery, or not just Asian, in any cookery, can also be used in a utilitarian way. Because if you're ultimately going to reduce the item, then like the water's
It's a timer.
Yeah, it's a timer more or less. You're just increasing the threshold at that point.
and we're gonna let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes until the chicken is formed tender. Now you want to give the chicken
Think anybody's ever said that
flavor
in
to
cooking?
absorb, right?
What? Use water as a timer?
No. I've never heard that.
Right? We also want to go in with some palm sugar.
Time delay.
We're gonna add
It's like a bomb.
sweetness, that rich butterscotchy flavor is so great. And also 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. There's probably not going to be
Wait,
all
palm sugars in palms? Like hearts of palm?
I think so, yeah.
There's enough sugar in palms?
Palm sugar is a sweetener derived from any variety of palm tree.
I want to start out with this. As per usual, if you're doing the store-bought curry paste, it's usually pretty salty already. So you don't want to overdo it in the beginning. Leave some room at the end for adjustment. Oh, and also I want to add my spear lime leaves. Spear lime leaves are going to add that bright citrusy freshness.
I made panacotta's with cookier lime leaves before, and you know what the end result is going to taste like?
Killing.
Swear to God.
And it's spelled F-R-O-O.
Good already. So bring them to the simmer. Then count 10 minutes. Depending on how big your piece is. 10 minutes, right?
So all of the nicknames
I was saying earlier, one great color is how the surprising use with the curry paste and added. Well, if you forgot to do that, I think there's no way to do this. So you can take some basil and put it in the blender with a little extra coconut milk, and then just add it in now, and it will still give that nice hint of green color. Just make sure it's fine.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. It's not very common. It's only in America they want everything like visually, yeah, super vibrant, this color, that color.
in nature, that is healthy. That's why in American supermarkets you'll never see fruits and vegetables and that. All that gets like tossed back. When they're perfectly fine, you'll never see anything that where the colors are.
So our chicken is nice and fork tender. I tested it now. Perfect. Now it's time to add our vegetables. Now, last time I tried eggplant, which is quite common, but this time I'm going to show you something different. We use bamboo shoots, okay? Bamboo shoots. The easiest way to get them is to get them either in hand or sometimes in plastic that can pack that. They're already cooked and they're in process.
Yeah, but the bag will be fresher, right? Because the can will be marinated. It'll be like
The bag is still completely packed, so I think it's the same difference. But I
don't think the can will get that. Isn't there like vinegar in there and stuff like that? No.
Water. I've worked with bamboo countless times, and 9 out of 10 times it's always canned. It's fine, and it's more common.
We're just going to bring the curry back to a boil to make sure that everything is hot and sweet and smooth. So while that's coming to a boil, let's talk about our color elements. So we're going to add some spark chilies. Now, as you can see by the frost, and it's grown different ways. Perfectly fine. Green spark chilies. You can also use red bell peppers, and really it's just to give the curry some contrast in colors so it looks much more beautiful. With bell peppers, you just want to fine julienne. Okay, so once you've got that, I've also got one last thing, our Thai basil. Thai basil, we're going to start in at black. And it's really going to add that final element of floral aroma that's going to round off our curry. And Thai basil works really well with spicy dishes. There's something about the flavor, the sweet smell of the basil that kind of mellowing out the spice a little bit. We're going to taste. Oh, that's spicy. So when you taste curry, remember that you're eating this with rice, and the rice is going to mellow out the strength of the flavor a little bit. So make sure that when you taste it, it's really strong. Not that you're making it too salty, but you don't want to make it nice and funky.
It just makes the absorption of the rice that much better. So you want to bring your face closer to the microphone. Chill, man, chill.
French is going to stay relaxed for much longer.
So this time we're going to add our spark chili, Thai basil.
You'll notice she's doing this without the heat
How
on.
beautiful that is! Oh my god! Okay,
It's
the
just
coconut
melted.
oil that is separated in the beginning, as it sits, you're going to start to see little thin layers of like really beautiful shiny coconut and really coconut oil. When you load on top of that, is a sign of a well-made Thai curry. And again, if yours doesn't do that, don't worry about it. Different coconut oil sometimes doesn't work. So now we're ready to serve the Japanese rice. Now in Thailand, we eat the curry and the rice usually separately, so you won't be served a plate of rice and curry poured all over it.
Well, the sauce, if you put it with the rice, dismantles the rice stickiness, and then it's all on the top. And combining it as you're biting into it is
What I love to do, and I do this with like Korean soups all the time, is you have your bowl of rice, take a little bit, and you actually take the spoon, the rice, with like shallow dunking into soup, and all that stew just goes like perfect.
And by the way, I said that the green curry is made using green chili, and it doesn't just affect the color, it actually affects the flavor as well, because green chilies are under rice red chilies, so they have a little bit of a grassier note, whereas the red ones are fruitier, and that's why green curry has some distinct flavor.
Yeah, so same thing with jalapeno.
bell peppers. It's the same pepper at different stages.
Exactly the same sort of flavor profile. Typically, a fully ripened pepper will be sweeter in flavor and have slightly less grassy nose. So there you go.
You can do a lot of things like strawberries.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes. Okay, I go now. No, yes, I go now.
No.
I go now.
No. You stay right there. You stay right there. Stay. Hey. You stay there. Stay there. No. This is an Uncle Roger video. Don't worry. It's an Uncle Roger video.
We're going to go 1 cup of rice. That's enough for 4 people. 1 cup rice for 4 people. Is your whole family just baby birthday? You have like 5 plates of rice each. You're starving your children. They need 2 cups of water. This is the perfect equation for the perfect fluffy rice. A pinch of salt.
Rule of thumb that people will often give you is 2 to 1. 2 parts water, 1 part rice. But not all rices are the same. Something like a wild rice is like 6 to 1. It's dense. It takes forever. Something like sushi grain rice. At a sushi restaurant I used to run, number one, we never used measurements. We did the finger thing. But I once, yes, Chris, you're alive. Yeah, you're alive. But I measured it once out of pure curiosity. It's like 1.35 Okay, so not all rices are created.
Happy day. No, not happy day. No, don't have rice cooker. Sad day, Bob. Hold on. We're gonna make a pay. Mayo. We're gonna go in. It's taking over.
Golly looks just like ginger, but it is not. It is nowhere near as potent. It's like it's a root veg similar to ginger, but it's got much more citrus and floral notes, and it's not nearly as spicy. Nowhere near as spicy.
Jamie, I thought you have pestle and mortar. When you're making the Malaysian fish video, I see you have pestle and mortar. What is it? Use your pestle and mortar. What is it? It's an food processor replacement for pestle and mortar. Because food processor just slightly up pestle and mortar can do alcohol the same thing. How do you bring out all the flavor? Maybe that's why Auntie Helen harmed so many other people.
But yes, pounding, pestle and mortaring something will give you a very different flavor because
You're crushing, you're not slicing.
you're not slicing, and when you're crushing, I believe you're drawing out more of the oils in the product, thus making it more fragrant, and it just affects flavors. When you're chopping something, it doesn't necessarily, draw out the oils.
Not slicing, you're pounding it, right?
You don't need to spank it. No, you don't need to spank anything.
Somebody's gonna do anything. You're gonna throw it all in food processor anyway, spinning at 9,000 RPM. You spank harder than food processor. Then I feel bad. It's a smart.
Lemongrass, yes, is an important ingredient in Thai green curry paste. What James is attempting to make here is Thai green curry paste. But again, another disadvantage of a food processor with a blade is that it'll actually blow up the product as it's working, whereas a pestle and mortar, which is normally made with stone, usually maintains temperature a bit better, which actually creates less flavor.
Now that's feeling like okay. So beautiful.
Oh, who is that? Who is that? I think that danger wife running away from Stanley.
Now, see, I'm gonna go. Why didn't you get rid of the seats?
What he say?
I'm gonna go.
Just treat for your curry. Uncle Roger making Thai green curry for 4 people. I'm gonna use like 20 or 30 chili, but he treat at less than 1 chili per person. Why even bother with the chili? It's not gonna be curry. It's gonna be smoothie.
Yeah. I mean, she expressly said it like before.
Yeah.
That's where you're getting your flavor.
Yes, the green chili.
I'm not sure how he's getting it.
Yeah.
2 shallots.
There's so many shallots.
Bunch of coriander.
So too much coriander.
And this is where you're supposed to use the coriander or the cilantro roots. That's what they're known for.
Wait. So that's your paste? That's all the ingredient for your paste?
There's no shrimp paste.
No white peppercorn, no shrimp paste. Just a little sprinkle of cumin. Not gonna do. This curry gonna be
Not gonna do
So do you recall the green chili cake?
No, it's from Thailand.
Talk about remember Thailand's video of the green paste that she used? I mean, compare it to this. Not to say that doesn't look vibrant. It looks like a margarita mix. Like a jalapeno margarita mix, which we had, so it would be good. Yeah, it would be nice.
I'm gonna go in with 750 grams of chicken.
Yeah.
And also the chicken
Again.
pie is tastier. So we'll fry this off.
Very well.